be confident, be assured in yourself and what we've been through and what we've come from. Be assured in all this. And when you're assured in it, there's no way that a black man can be in a relationship with a woman that's not black and see the news and see a police shooting, see an incident involving racism and not talk about it. This is why our households are so important, because you hear what this white woman said. We never talked about, no, she put it on him. She put it on him. She said, he never talked about race. He's a fucking kid. It's up to the adult, black family, black parents too, because some of y'all be on some bullshit. It's up to the adult to teach your children about the system. You ain't got to call it racism. You don't have to call it racism if you don't want to. Teach them about the system that they live in as it relates to their black body, and they'll get it. Right? Tell them any story about a person in history, any time in history. You don't even got to say the words racism. Just talk to them about what happened specifically. They'll get an idea. Now, what happens sometimes, if you teach a person about racism and what has happened, it can enrage them, right? Make them kind of upset for the time being. But when is the last time you seen a mass shooting where a black man went and shot up hella white people? Ain't that the weirdest thing, right? We get enslaved. We get water hoses sicked on us, dogs sicked on us, not voting, raped, ostracized. Shall I go on? And when have you seen just hella black massacres where a black man gets fed up and go kill hella white people? That's not our temperament as African people, but white people. Let me tell y'all the secret. Let me tell y'all the secret to them not letting go of racism. The secret to them not fully accepting that we moving forward, like fully allowing us to just, you know what, black folks, go over there, do what you want to do. Because they, I don't give a fuck. They got that Neanderthal shit in their goddamn bloodline, right? So they feel, because their shit's all about survival. Think about it, just real quick. We come from warm environments with fruit everywhere, diamonds on the ground, everything in abundance. Animals, we telling them what to do. Hella sun, basking in it. You know what I mean? Real cool shit. Well, if you came from an environment that was cold 11 months a year, no food's growing, no warmth, you're gonna turn savage, family. Survival and being cunning is gonna be your way of living. How can I get over? How can I take? How can I kill? How can I? You living in the cold, god damn it. You see what I'm saying? So they think if we give these niggas power, if we just relinquish them, just let them take over, because y'all know how we do. Let us inside of the system, we take it over sooner or later, right? They think, wait, if we just let them go and they take over, sooner or later, they're going to do to us what we did to them. It's their biggest fear, family. If we just let them be free, give them all the money, give them reparations. I know that's why some white folks probably like, no, don't give them money. If we gave all these niggas $7 million, they're going to be at our doorstep with whips. And they lucky. If I don't look at it. Yeah, hey, Donnie, that's a large part of black population. Donnie just said, we put it on the screen. Donnie just said that a lot of black people, or a lot of people in general, try to ignore racism. Like, I don't see it. You will hear black people say this. I don't see no racism. Well, a lot of times you're not seeing it because you're scared. You're avoiding it. You're making sure you don't see it. You want to live a comfortable existence as much as possible, right? While your people dying. See the dichotomy, right? You want to be comfortable, nice house, nice family, away from all the shit. But at any moment, here's the fucked up part. At any moment, like my brother Tariq say, you can become a hashtag too. At any moment, nice car, nice house, nice suit. At any moment, the system can attack you too. So you teach children about the system we live in as a preparation mechanism. Teach them to prepare. And we're going to teach this is my opinion, all white people aren't racist. No, we're never going to speak in absolutes about anything, but I'm going to believe what I see. I'm going to have my third eye open. I'm going to be watching. And just to go one step further, I think we should teach black kids to have a zero tolerance for racism. Zero. Have a white friend, Mexican friend. I don't care. But they get to hitting you with a black joke. They get to hitting you with no. We stopping that right away. And most times, if it's a fair-minded Mexican, white person, Asian person, if they see you're prideful in who you are, they'll back up. They'll back up and won't be friends with you no more, or they'll respect you more. See, coons think, and I was talking to my homeboy about this earlier, coons think they're really getting into white society. All the coon members of our society, let me tell you something real quick. All the coon niggas out there. Do you know that when you leave your white friends, they talk about you? Do you know that they respect you less because you don't support your people? Did you fucking know that? See? So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. How about you just ride? How about you just, because I know some of you Negroes out there, I know you work in corporate America, whole bunch of white people in your office, you know what I mean? May have a white spouse, Mexican spouse. You don't want to rock the cradle. You don't want to have people looking at you all funny. Well, they're looking at you funny anyway, asshole. They're looking at you funny anyway. See? Represent your people at all costs. People, look, being a part of our revolution, being a part of us moving forward as a society, supporting that doesn't require you to be hella loud. That'll require you to be hella like a debater or hella antagonizing shit. That'll require that. Just have an understanding and know I have to participate in liberating my people in some way. Whatever, I said it on last show, I'm gonna keep saying it. Whatever your skill set is, whatever your knowledge base is, use that to help us. But never talk down on us. Never allow a racist partner to get in your head for the sake of you wanting some pussy. That's just weak to me. You see what I'm saying? Because honestly, I think, let me see what she's saying here. Honestly, I think, let me see. Go to a trailer park in Kentucky where it's some city in Kentucky, Mississippi, one of those cities have the highest welfare rate in the country, all white folks. Go there and ask them, just like you said, Blue Girl, go there and ask them, hey, would you trade places with LeBron James tomorrow? He might spit in your fucking face. I know I'm in this is how they sleep at night. I know I'm in this trailer park. I know I make $20,000 a month. I know my kids are having kids with each other. It's a whole bunch of crazy shit going on here. We ain't got on shirts, no shoes, but at least I ain't a nigga. This is real, family. This is real. This is the actual world that we live in. So, black family, embrace and understand the racial politics of this country. Ignoring them, denying them could be deadly. You could find yourself in a situation like this because this young man, I'm happy he learned critical race theory, because if not, he was going to be a coon, family. He was going to be Charles Barkley little brother like a motherfucker. He was on his way to being a coon. You see what I'm saying? Excuse me. So the point is, because again, this story pissed me off because this white woman is basically saying, for y'all that just joined me, there's a white woman in Virginia who is suing her son's school. She has an 8th grade son who's biracial. The dad's black. She's suing the school because the school taught him critical race theory. After learning critical race theory, he began to talk about race. He began to see racism in things. He began to hang with just black kids. He began to question shit. And the white woman said, we was doing just fine. Why y'all teach him this? And another thing, if y'all that didn't hear me, which lets me know, this is actually a white woman that has a biological black child, but don't like black people. She said, my son's beautiful. He looks Hawaiian. What? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna say anything except for black. I'm gonna say anything. Hold on, something else I want to read to y'all that she said. Hold on one second. But this shit is crazy, man. This is why history is so. I always preach this shit at nauseum. But family, I think all my black family listening to me, I think that could be the key to your salvation. This is how I think. That can be one of the keys to your salvation. Loving your people, embracing who you are at the core, not looking for no problems, but not backing down from shit. Because a lot of us, we won't mix kids. We want to live in the suburbs. Let's be honest. I said it the other day. We're scared, family. All you scared niggas, admit it. The first step to getting over your to getting over your problem, to getting over your addiction, whatever you're going through, you got to admit there's a goddamn problem. You see what I'm saying? I showed a video the other day of Oprah Winfrey 20 years ago. She interviewed this lady who there was a rally or a march, a Confederate march, and Confederate or white men who appreciated the Confederate was marching against us. Basically, we all know the Confederate was people who didn't want to end slavery. They wanted to keep your ass as property. Simple and plain. These dudes start beating up one of the Confederate white men, and a black lady dove on them. No, I can't let. That's one of God's kids. What? You see why the mass shootings? Let's keep it real. Fuck it. The mass shootings, how we get treated by white society, a large part of it, family, is they know we ain't gonna do shit. Why won't we do shit? Because we got hella coons like this lady, and Oprah asked her. Oprah wasn't even asking her. I mean, they were racist. You didn't think you was gonna jump on him and then they was gonna get your ass? She said, you know when angels is carrying you? You know when you got the angels carrying you and God is no. I don't do the docile Jesus. I don't rock with Christianity. No man-made religions. We can get into that another day. But if you are using Christianity to be a better person, to ride for your people, to be better connected to whoever you need to be, I get it. But some of you niggas use it as an excuse. Let's keep it real. Some of you niggas use it as an excuse because you don't want to bust a grape. You don't want to do shit. You don't want to do shit that's going to rock the boat. You want your white friends. Come on now. Tell me. Keep it real with me. You want to keep your white buddies. You don't want your white boss looking at you funny. Man, newsflash for you if you didn't know. They looking at you funny already. Embrace your blackness. I'm not saying going to work with a goddamn dashiki on, but shit. Act like you got one in your pocket. You know what I mean? Shit. This white lady's crazy, but I blame the black men. I say it again. Black men, if you want to date interracially, cool. Know who you are first. Know who you are first. If you know who you are and you represent your culture, a fair-minded white woman, Mexican woman, Asian woman, she gonna jump right behind you and ride with your ass. Or it's not gonna work out, which is cool. You see what I'm saying? Because too many of our men, too many of our households, let's go. Too many of our households don't talk about race. Do you know your home that encompasses your children, your spouse? This is like the training ground for everything informational. This is where you teach your children. This is where you use the news you're watching, information that you're gathering to create an ideology in your house. You see what I'm saying? My son, my 14-year-old son who lives with me, he has I didn't try to do this, but I would say for the most part, he has like a revolutionary attitude. Since he's been talking, everything I read, everything his mom reads, everything we learn, we spilling into him. Not, again, never on no hate shit, but this is information you need to know. If I'm watching a police genocide on TV in my house, I break down everything I see that's going on in anger, not in agreement, not in a docile mode, in anger. See, while explaining why these things are wrong. This is what our houses are made for. This is a white lady who not teaching her black kid about black history, but unfortunately, too many of you niggas do the same thing. And your skin blacker than mine, but you ain't never picked up a book. You ain't never let them know about the riots. You ain't never let them know that, look, family, this white woman said, I'm suing the school because the school make my son think he got a target on his back. What? I mean, kinda. Shit. But this, okay, knowing that doesn't mean fear. It doesn't mean fear. It doesn't mean hate. It's a level of awareness. This doesn't mean every white person that you cross paths with is gonna be nefarious and try something. It doesn't mean that. But shouldn't you be aware of any of the possibilities, right? Because what happens to a lot of these niggas is they act like, just like Blue Girl said, they act like racism don't exist, right? They got their high paying job, all white neighborhood, make sure they wear suits, no lineup. You know, you didn't see them niggas. You didn't see them niggas before. Keep it real. Live in an all white neighborhood, all white homeboys, no lineup. Have you seen that before? Like a nigga who got up, who got hair up here, but he didn't line it up. I'm like, yeah, can't trust that nigga. But he get himself in a situation where he feel I'm beyond racism. I'm one of them, is what he thinks. Until he get into an encounter with a cop, till he get into an encounter with some white institution. Now he's shocked. Now he's on the news crying. Now he's on the news asking for our help. Nigga, help yourself. Now you want to come back to this black shit. You see what I'm saying? You should have just stood over here, player. You should have just stood over here. If men, because men are designed, let me go a little deeper. Men are designed to lead the relationship. The direction it's going in should be, if not fully, a large part determined by the man's energy, right? If you're a black man who stands up for your people, the woman you with, the woman you're courting, will find this out very, very soon. You see? But what happens is niggas get in these relationships with women who aren't black, and they, because you with a black woman, for the most part, y'all gonna talk about black issues because there's no way around it. It's too much you're too familiar with how these things transpire, right? But black men got a white woman, Asian woman. What's her incentive for talking about the shit you niggas go through? There's none. So you, black man, leader of the community, you gotta just express that you love your people. Talk about, learn things and talk. Not in no confrontational ass way, just information. You see what I'm saying? You can, because I tell people all the time, right? People ask me, like, what can I do to help out in the movement? Like, what can I do that can be of assistance to my race, right? And really, it's so many things, family. Being involved in organizations, supporting people you know who is, going to events involved that black people are putting on, supporting black businesses. And for my black men and women, another thing you can do that don't require any of that is to bring your kids up in a structured environment. Black men, you want to be a revolutionary without marching or doing none of that shit? Raise your kids the right way. Be around your son. Wait to have a baby with a woman that you actually love and want to live in the same house with. Talk about gangster. Talk about revolutionary. That shit right there is revolutionary. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Couple other points I wanted to make, because this is this is critical. And this is really almost like abuse, to have a child in neglect and not inform him of his lineage, not inform him of the dangers that could take place in America if you melanated. This is a fact. And to not teach your kid this is damn near abuse. And again, I blame this black man. This white woman, she's like a sophisticated ass Karen to a degree. You know what I mean? Gonna say my son's beautiful. He looks Hawaiian. What the fuck does that mean? That means I wanted that black dick, but I don't want no parts of y'all culture like that. I just wanted the mandingo. Do we understand that some white people will like you and not us? I'll say that again. You will meet somebody white, and let's say you got some white buddies at work. It's 4 white dudes, women, whatever, and just you. They tell you sometime, don't worry, Derek, you're not like them. What the fuck does that mean? They compartmentalize. This is something that they do that we don't have to do that. They compartmentalize racism. Like they'll hate niggas, love LeBron. Huh? Right? Y'all know this is true. You see what I'm saying? So teach your kids about history. Speak if you're in environments, because they say don't talk about religion and politics. You know why they say don't talk about that? Because if you want to know who somebody is, let them talk about their religion and their politics, and you will find out exactly who it is. But my question, why are you hiding? I can't know you a Republican, Democrat. What is that? What, you must got an ideology behind what you representing that you don't want me to know. Because me personally, I'm ready to talk about any of that shit everywhere. The bank, the grocery store, restaurant, all white venue. I don't give a fuck. I've been places. I think we was in Reno. I've been because I'm a mobile notary is my primary business, and I've been on a notary with Armenian men, like 6 and 7 of them, me by myself. Before I leave, he asked me what he was being honest, like he was being inquisitive. He asked me, "What's up with this Black Lives Matter stuff? Like what's up with this y'all getting killed shit?" Like he was doubting how effective white supremacy has been on us. Do y'all know I put my bag down and gave all of them that work? I'm looking them all in the eye. I broke it down to them 20, 30, 45 minutes. Because he asked me the question and I said, because I'm working, this is my business, but I love my people and I never miss an opportunity to educate somebody. So I told him, "You serious?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, put my bag down. Let's get it popping. Let's start from." I started from how police brutality started, how the slave catchers started. Like I gave them perspective on our struggle. And to me, if you're Black in America and you can't provide that to somebody, you're doing a disservice to your race and to that person. If this person is fair-minded and they are really seeking information, because we know white people in large numbers don't live around Negroes. Y'all know that, right? In large numbers, this is another reason why racism and things of this nature continues to thrive. Because in large numbers, we do not live around each other. So this means you got millions of white people in America who's never really had a conversation with somebody Black. See T.I. on TV, see all the goddamn, see LeBron on TV, see the rappers on TV, may see one driving by, but never had a conversation with somebody Black. I've talked to white people who said, "I've never had a conversation with somebody." We live in America. We live in a white supremacist system where we've been forced to interact with white people. Forced. But I will say, what it teaches you is people are just people. You run into somebody that's racist, somebody who don't like you, fuck them, do whatever you got to do. But in general, you learn people are just people. We dealing with some white folks who have never been around a Black person, have never been comfortable enough to ask a Black person a particular question. So what if you're that person and you're a coon and they ask you, I'm going to address that in a minute, Blue Girl, because that's a good point. And they ask you something about Black people and you brush it off, or you laugh a little bit because you're uncomfortable, or they tell a Black joke and you don't correct them. You're doing a disservice to us, family. You're doing a disservice. And Blue Girl, you're right. The leadership in our community, the reason why I think, Blue Girl, we don't see a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X type of individual in 2022. After these brothers died in the 60s, the government, trying to think of the leader of the FBI, goddamn homosexual man. But anyways, they neutralized the black man after that. After that, privatized prisons came on strong. Crack cocaine came on strong. Gangs begin to get destructive, right? After that, wasn't no more messiahs because niggas was high selling dope in jail. See? Wasn't no more messiahs. And when we look at, because Blue Girl, I don't think we need, yes, Hoover. I don't think we need a leader. I think a leader, like elevating one person, can only work if you elevate one, but teach many. So if something happens to that one, the ideology, the movement can still move forward. But in our culture so far, I got to keep it real with my black people, that leadership spot don't look appealing. Let me tell you why, Blue Girl. This is something I talked about like 2 months on one of my shows, but this is real shit. If you witnessed Martin Luther King die, if you witnessed Malcolm X die, they both died at the hands of racism. Fuck all the theories and no. That's white supremacy at work. Certain people looked at that and one said, now I'm scared. I'm not doing that shit because I don't want to die. And other people looked at that and said, wait a minute. If I stick my neck out for these niggas, and let's say I die, where's the retribution? Let's you want to go there? Let's go deep. When our revolutionaries was killed, what did we do as a community? What did we do? Military, like as far as military, as far as a retribution, is what did we do besides cry and march? So you got to look like, damn, if I'm y'all leader, we rocking out. You know what I mean? Somebody kill my ass. Y'all just gonna petition to get me a street? Just get Martin Luther King Boulevard and then put the dope on the street? How insulting. Martin Luther King should be rolling around in his damn grave. Like, wait a minute. You mean every Martin Luther King Boulevard in America is on some bullshit? That's like I'm sure the white folks who, I don't know this to be true, but it makes sense in my mind. I'm sure the white folks who made sure there was Martin Luther King Boulevard, I'm sure they was laughing so hard. I'm sure when they think about it now, they laugh. Because this is the worst street in the city, and we named it after somebody we killed. How fucking disrespectful. So no, Blue Girl, we don't need an individual leader. We need a code of conduct that everybody follows, or most of us follow. You see what I'm saying? Because I was thinking the other day, I was talking to my homeboy, and I'm sidetracking, but I got to say this. Jesse Jackson was right next to Martin Luther King when he got shot. A Blue Girl. When I say next to him, I mean Martin Luther King Jr. is here, Jesse Jackson's right here. So let's look at the basics of the logic. This is my homeboy. We both fighting for liberation. Somebody kill him. It's time to ride, ain't it?